What is up, people? My name is Shoquafina, and welcome to year number 2 of our Detroit Red Wings fantasy franchise mode. And as you can see, we did not do very well last season. Our locker room chemistry right now is at a very pitiful 48%. That needs to definitely improve if we want to do anything this year. But we have a lot of growth going on. As you can see, we have 91 offense, 92 defense, and 89 goaltending. That's a lot better than it was last year, especially the goaltending. And our AHL team here is 77 offense, 84 defense, and 78 goaltending. We are going to make a couple of moves in this episode. Hopefully it won't hurt our team chemistry too much, but to be honest, I don't know how it could be any worse. So we're going to make a couple of moves this episode, hopefully just to make our team synergize a little bit better, since we have way too many power forwards. They're not really contributing as much as I would like them to. It's pretty redundant, and it's not helping us. If anything, I think it's hindering us. So we need to take care of that. But before we do that, I want to just check something really quick, because I don't know if we have any captains, and I forgot how to check captaincy. But I guess, yeah, before we do that, let's just go in the edit lines here so I can talk a little bit about the overall stats I just went over. So as you can see here, our first line, Chris Kreider, Matt Duchene, and Vladimir Tarasenko. Tarasenko went from a 93 to a 94 overall, so he did grow a little bit. By far the best player on the entire team. And we picked up TJ Oshie here. He's going to be a very good second liner for us. 88 overall. Charlie Coyle still there, 85 overall as the power center forward. Power forward center, excuse me. And then Max Domi, 22 years old, 85 overall, left wing playmaker there. So we could play around with these two lines here. Apart from Tarasenko and Duchene, anyone else could really fill in this spot here, I think, out of these three guys. So if things don't go very well, I know Vladimir Tarasenko and Matt Duchene got points off of each other last year, and this left wing slot seemed a little not redundant, but it just seemed like it was a little irrelevant, because whoever was here wasn't really getting any points, whether it was Kreider or Domi here. So that's something we're going to have to take a look at, who we want to play on the first line with Duchene and Tarasenko. Our third line right now is a sniper and two power forwards. I know it's a very weird combination. I think we need to do something to change that, but we have Michael Grabner here, 83 overall, Brian Boyle, 83 overall power forward, and then Patrick Maroon, who is an 83 overall power forward. So as you can see, power forwards are really stacking up here. I don't necessarily want two incredibly grindy lines on our bottom three. I'd like to get some scoring. I feel like that would help us out. But so this is something we're going to have to take a look at. Maybe moving Patrick Maroon for like a playmaker or something to help out Grabner there on this third pairing, or this third line. That's something we can look at. Also, Maroon, if I'm not mistaken, has a pretty bad contract. Oh, no, it's 1.5. That's not bad. Who was I thinking of? Grabner, Boyle's pretty good. Okay, so must not have been Maroon. Must have been thinking about someone else. But moving on to the fourth line here, power forward, two-way forward. Sean Matthias on the left wing, Kyle Brodziak at center, and then Luke Glendening on the right wing. Maybe it was Glendening with a horrible contract. 1.8, that's not bad at all. Okay, well, I guess I might have been mistaken, or maybe they got their... Okay, Matthias is getting paid a little bit too much, in my opinion. But... Glendening has 87 face-offs. Brodziak has 70. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. So Glendening's going to be the center here. I'm just going to switch these guys around. To be completely honest with you, I don't know who we're going to be keeping out of these bottom six. I want to keep everyone in our top six because I feel like these are good players. But pretty much anyone on the bottom six is going to be moved. I'd like to keep Luke Glendening just because he has 87 face-offs. He's a good penalty killer for us. Good discipline, decent offensive awareness. He has better defensive awareness than he has offensive awareness. So I'd like to keep him just because he's a great fourth line forward for us. Great fourth line center. Good on the penalty kill. But as far as like Matthias and Grabner and Maroon and everyone else is concerned, I think that they're all movable pieces. So that's something we can take a look at here. Go to our defense. Morgan Riley has grew to a 90 overall. That is a huge jump from last year, and that's fantastic. As you can see here, we also picked up Carl Alsner last episode, 87 overall. And we had to pick him up because Chris Tanev here on the bottom pairing dropped from an 87 to an 85. I'm not a fan of that. We might be moving Christopher Tanev as well. because I don't want people dropping percentages like crazy. I think that's just because of his morale, because of the locker room chemistry. He'll probably shoot right back up if our chemistry goes up another like 20%, but we're going to have to see about that. Second line pairing here, Mateus Ekholm, 85 overall, still didn't grow from last year at all. Cody Ceci, 83 overall. I think it just keeps sending him down to the bottom pairing. That's really why he's not growing. So we're going to keep him on the second pairing here for as long as possible. And we're going to keep Christopher Tanev on the bottom pairing. Since his overall is dropping anyway, I might as well just throw him down there and not care. Pairing with him is David Schlemko. So I have two defensive defensemen on my third line pairing. I think that's pretty good. We have a very gritty bottom core of the team. And again, first line is offensive defenseman and defensive defenseman there with Morgan Riley and Carl Alsner. So we're going to see how that works out. It didn't really work out too well with Tanev last year, but Alsner is just a better defenseman in my opinion. So I think we should be better that way. And moving on to the goaltenders here, the biggest jump, or the most important jump on the entire team, John Gibson went from an 84 overall to an 88 overall. He is now a incredible goaltender. He's only 24, medium elite. He can grow to at least a 90 overall this season if we have a decent season. If we make it into the playoffs and have any extra play whatsoever, he more than definitely will grow to at least a 90 overall. As you can see here, Kerry Ramo, our backup goaltender, dropped from an 81 to an 80. I'm not too worried about that. I might like to get someone better, but we do have Scott Wedgwood down here in the AHL, who is at a 79, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he's at a 79. He still has a year to grow. He might get to that 80 mark. So this might be our backup goaltender of the future, Scott Wedgwood. But as you can see here, 69 overall, backup goaltender in the AHL. That's something I definitely want to upgrade from. So maybe we can look for someone in free agency for really cheap. And starting lineups here, we can see Michael Dalcol has went up from a 73 to a 78, so a jump of 5 points last year. Medium elite, 21 years old, so you could expect a very similar production from him. He probably will be NHL ready next year. Same goes with Evgeny Svechnikov. He went from a 73 to a 77, only 20 years old. He's a low elite, so you can probably predict another 3 to 4 overall growth from him this year. That's going to be fantastic for us. Get him up to bottom 80s, low 80s, and then I think either next year or the year after, he will definitely be NHL ready. We have Derek Roy down here just to help out, I guess. It says he's an exact bottom 6, but he's listed as a depth forward, so I think as long as he's getting first line minutes down here, he'll be fine. So we have two playmakers and a sniper. I don't know how well that's going to simulate, but I'm hoping Svechnikov gets plenty of goals to help him out. As you can see here, he had tons of growth. Look in his shooting category. His power is incredible. Just needs to get that accuracy up a little bit. The more goals he gets, the better that will get. So I'm hoping that the two playmakers will help him out here. And then other than those two, we really don't have anyone in our offensive core that's going to be growing too much. Sam Carrick's already 25 years old. This guy's 20 years old, so he could grow a little bit, but he's only 69 overall. I'm actually going to put him here on the third line just to give him a little bit more minutes. Hopefully he grows up to at least the mid-70s next year. That way we can put him up on the first line after Dal Cole leaves. So yeah, other than these two, we have Tamala here on the third line, who's a 69 overall and probably won't be doing too much anyway, unfortunately. So moving on to defense here, just to show you guys what we have going on the defensive side of things. This Patrick Seeloff guy that was drafted for us, who I think had AHL top 2 potential, is now a medium top 6. So that's actually really good, considering we got him at the very end of the fantasy draft when we first originally drafted, and that was a computer pickup. So he's 80 overall already, 23 years old. He will be NHL ready here next year or the year after, absolutely. By the time he reaches 25 years old, he will be probably on our bottom pairing. And he's a defensive defenseman, so I can use him to replace Chris Tanev if I need to. We also have Dylan McElrath here, who is an 81 overall defensive defenseman, also 25 years old. So he has a little bit of time to grow. I don't see him getting much higher than this, maybe 82 at the most. But yeah, he would be a nice plug-and-play piece for us as well if there's any sort of injury on the defensive core. Noah Juleson here got called up from the CHL since he's 20 years old now. Medium top 4D potential. Fantastic. He is 73 overall, but he can grow pretty quickly here thanks to that medium top 4. I'm hoping that he'll be like a 77 overall by the end of this year at least. That way I can plug him in on the first line here and move one of these guys up for, um, I forgot his name, Tanev, yeah. Very forgetful person, probably because we're just going to forget about him after the season. I'm going to trade Tanev probably at the trade deadline, and then whichever one of these two are at higher overall, I'm going to be calling up, and then I'll be moving Juleson up to that first line to take over for them. That's the plan as of right now. It gives these guys a little bit of time to grow, maybe like 1 or 2 overall points before throwing them up in the NHL. Seeloff is listed as a minor top 2 right now, and McElrath is listed as a depth defenseman, so they should be fine on the top line pairing. Slap shot power 90 over 90 from this guy, but his accuracy is absolute garbage. Yeah, no, I would probably much rather have Seeloff on our team. Wow, the accuracy's bad too. Good thing you're a defensive defenseman, you know what I mean? Jesus. All right, so that's what we're looking at. We already looked at our goaltenders. I kind of played around with the lines a little bit just to make sure that our penalty kill and our power play were fine. Let's go back to the NHL. Back out of here. So we're going to be looking at free agents to start this. I know for sure I want a backup goaltender for the AHL. I also might want to pick up some depth player, just maybe third or fourth line. That way we can trade one of those guys and not really have to worry about a replacement. That's probably the best idea here. So let's just go ahead and start with goaltender since I know who I want from here. There's one guy in particular I kind of scouted before the video started, and he is right here. All right. We're going to offer him a contract. First of all, let's just take a look at him just for you guys. He is a low fringe starter, 24 years old, so he still can grow a little bit, probably to like a 78 at the most. So he'll be a decent AHL goaltender for us, unless something happens where he just grows like crazy. But between him and Scott Wedgwood, whoever wins out on the highest overall by the time they're both done growing will be our NHL backup goaltender until something happens where I can replace them with someone better for cheap, basically. So, 24 years old, low fringe starter, gloves left. He's 76 overall. Not bad stats. I mean, he's going to be our AHL backup goaltender, so this is kind of what you're looking for. He doesn't want any money whatsoever, to be honest with you. He's listed as a minor league starter, but that's fine. We're going to offer him a contract right here. We're giving him exactly what he wants, 3 years at .75 mil. He should be okay with that within a couple of days. I just completely backed out. I didn't mean to do that. But we're just going to just jump right back in here and see if we can find anyone that is not a power forward for our bottom 2 forward lines there. So he's listed as, he's 33 years old. That's the problem. I'd want one of these guys here, but I know Emerson Edom is power forward, so I don't want him. And then Carlson is a 2-way forward. That'd be very, very good for a third line. Thing is, he wants a lot of money, and I don't know if I have the money for him. 96 discipline is fantastic. His acceleration, his whole skating category is great. He'd be a very good penalty killer for us. Defensive awareness, 82. 82 on the face-off, so he could definitely be a good center for us. Shot blocking's at 77. Okay, so maybe he wouldn't be the best penalty killer, but yeah, shooting category isn't too bad. Puck skills is good. I wouldn't mind getting William Karlsson, excuse me. What else? Who's the other team that's interested? Does it say? Okay, let me offer a contract. It should say Boston. Okay. Not sure how well Boston did last year, but is he a restricted free agent? Yeah, he is a restricted free agent. So we'd have to give up something for him. I don't know if I want to do that. We have Grimaldi here, who I think I've looked at already. He wants 2 years. Left wing sniper. Nestersil. I want a younger guy. I don't want to get like someone who's 36 years old who's just gonna leave at the end of the season, because then it'd just be getting rid of people for no reason. You know what I mean? So maybe like a McDonough. He's a defenseman. Like Wand. The problem with these guys is they're already in the 80s. It looks like we're not gonna be able to pick anyone up because these two people, or Carlson's the one I would want, but he's a restricted free agent, so I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna offer him a contract though. I'm gonna offer him exactly. No, I'm gonna offer him a little bit more. Okay, well, that's as much as we can pay. So that's what we're going to pay. They want this year's second-round pick. Well, I know the second-year draft isn't very good. So would he be worth a second round pick? Would he actually, is he even worth $3 million? That's the problem. He wants a lot of money. I don't think we're going to find anyone free agency. I don't want to spend that much money on him. Let's go ahead and look for a trade, I guess. Just jump in here really quick, and then I'm gonna look for something right now, guys. I'm gonna pause the video here and just jump back if I find something. All right, guys. So I think I might have found a trade here. Now this looks kind of crazy, but I'll go over it quickly. What we're gonna be doing. I have Grabner, Boyle, this unsigned low 7th D that we're not going to be using. Our second round pick and Christopher Tanev, who is just underperforming for us and dropping in overall because of his morale here. Overall because of his morale? Overall because of his morale. And we're going to try to ship all of them off to Boston here for Prince, Cizikas, Marchessault, and Brooks Orpik here. Now, I do have them retaining $1 million of Cizikas' salary over the next 4 years because I'd be willing to pay 2.35 for 4 years for a good, I shouldn't say good, for a great third-line center. Casey Cizikas is a great third-line center. You can see he's a two-way forward here, 83 overall, 26 years old, and he's look at his categories here. Puck skills is great. Shooting is good. Skating is great. Senses is 90. Discipline is fantastic. He'd be a great penalty killer for us. First line penalty kill minutes. I'm of course willing to pay 2.35 for a third line center, first line penalty killer. Next we have Shane Prince, excuse me. 24 years old, medium top 9 forward. He could grow at about maybe an 84, 85 overall. Decent stats across the board. Puck skills is really good. 87 speed, so this man's gonna be really quick with that 90 acceleration too. Again, could be a penalty killer if we need him. His shot blocking is not the best, but he does have 85 defensive awareness and 86 stick checking, so that's pretty good. 85 discipline as well, so we could use him on the penalty kill if we need it. Also third line scoring forward for us. And then Marchessault, kind of the same idea. He is a playmaker, so we have a sniper, two-way forward playmaker. This would be our entire third line. He is also an 83 overall, 26 years old, so he's bringing some youth that would be nice. And he's also a right wing and a right-handed shooter, which I kind of needed because we were kind of stacked with left-wing power forwards, and that is just not good for this team. I think that's part of the reason why our locker room chemistry is down so much, because we had too many people playing the exact same role. Now, he's kind of in the same boat, like I said. Could be a penalty killer if we need him. 82 discipline, 85 defensive awareness, 83 stick checking, only 77 shot blocking, though. He could also step in at center for our fourth line if that's something that needs to happen, because he does have a good face-off stat there at 77. Also pretty quick with 87 speed. So this will be a really quick, but kind of also defensive third line. Oh, excuse me. That could put up a lot of points for us. They all have great shooting categories, all have good skating categories, good puck skills, good defense. So I'm really excited. If I can get these three guys, that'd be fantastic. Brooks Orpik is here just because I need something to get this trade going. I tried with just these three players in our second, and it didn't work. So I'm thinking, okay, throw in Tanev, throw in Orpik. They want Tanev. They don't want Orpik. Tanev has much higher trade value than Brooks Orpik does, I assume. Yeah, he does. Like almost double. So I'm having them keep $1 million. I don't know if that's really necessary, though, because I think I'm just going to flip him at the deadline. Or I could just ship him off at the draft. I don't want to keep him for 2 years. He's going to start dropping. We have players that can come up and step in for him. He's also a defensive defenseman, 84 overall, 36 years old. I don't know why he's listed as a top 4 defenseman. I'd much rather have him on my third line defensive pairing. But look at his defensive category. Definitely first line penalty killer. His shooting isn't the best. He has good he's good power. His accuracy is kind of garbage. Decent speed for an old geezer. Physical category is great. So I wouldn't mind replacing Tanev with him, especially since Tanev obviously just doesn't want to play here. So we're going to see if this goes through. I have him retaining $1 million on Cizikas and on Orpik. I could just take away all of the retained salary on Orpik if I need to, just because I'm not worried about, doing that. I'll probably just flip him at the deadline, or I'll give him his 5.5 and trade him at the draft for like a 4th overall pick or something, because I'm going for a cup this year. We are listed as champions. I'm going all in. Proposed a trade. Let's see if they accept, and rejected. Some of the changes of salary, but the Boston Bruins are still not interested in the deal at this point in time. Okay, so like I said earlier, I was tweaking the how much salary I want them to retain and all that. Let's see if I can just go flat out for Brooks Orpik. It might be because they don't want to keep $1 million for Cizikas for the next 4 years, which I can understand. So, but I want Cizikas to stay on my team for those 4 years. I don't want to flip him at the deadline like I want to flip Orpik or flip him at the end of the draft. So I want them to retain that salary because I'd much rather pay 2.35 for a third line center, first line penalty killer than 3.35. But he is that specialty player, so that's why he's getting paid so much. So let's see if they take this. And they take it. Wow. Okay, that works for me. So we have Brooks Orpik on our team now. Multiple morale changes go down for trading away, whatever. I mean, our team chemistry much worse at this point? It's 48%. Like, come on, guys. So we're going to go to roster moves. I don't know why it's saying that. We're shipping people up and down. This is best roster, and we'll go back after that. I think those are all the moves we need to make. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and go to our edit lines here. Wow. Yes. Okay, locker room chemistry up to 70%. So the reason why we were so low with locker room chemistry is because we had too many players fulfilling the same role. We had too many left wing power forwards. They all want to be the same player, but they can't be. So they're all getting each other's face, whatever. Drama. 70% locker room chemistry is fantastic. I'd much rather it be 84% where the AHL team is, but that's fine. We'll take 70%. This is going to be a good year. I can feel it. Okay, so this is a great third line for us. We have Patrick Maroon down on the fourth line. I don't care. That's fine. Glenn Denning actually went up to an 82 overall again, so that's good. They have Kreider here. I want Kreider playing on his actual wing. I want Oshie playing on his. I know that would be an absolutely sick first line, but I need Oshie on the second line here. He's listed as a second line forward. That's where he's going to stay. Yeah, everyone seems to be okay now. All right, so let's go to defense, see what happens here. Brooks Orpik needs to be down on the fourth line or the third line there. He will get first line penalty kill minutes. I will make sure of that. Schlemko's an 82. We could probably come off him in a little bit as well. 2.1, yeah. Okay, so Brooks Orpik's making an incredible amount of money just to be here in our first line penalty killer, but that's fine. We can just get rid of him at the end of the year. I'm not too worried about it. We have the cap. We're not really going to make many more moves. Jesus. So we're going to special teams here. Morgan Riley, Cody Ceci, that's fine. Kreider, Domi Coyle, that's also fine. Carl Alsner. Okay, so let's go to the penalty kill. We're going to throw Brooks Orpik right there. Okay. I'm actually surprised that Alsner's right here. You know what? I'll keep it like that. They have Oshie doing this? Okay, this is Zikez. Brodziak, what's your face-off? 79. Glenn Denning's face-off is actually so much better. I'm going to switch Brodziak to a right wing, and I'm going to switch Glenn Denning to a center, just because I feel like that'd be better. Glenn Denning's he has an 87 face-off. Like, come on, guys. That's just so much better. Cizikas is here with an 81 face-off. That's okay. TJ Oshie. On the PK, sure, we can keep him there, I suppose. Three-man PK, we want... you know what, I'm going to throw Cizikas on the first. And then I'm going to put Glenn Denning right here, just because Glenn Denning is going to be our penalty killer. Okay. He's going to be the new center for the fourth line. Starting lineups, I said I was going to do it right there. Beautiful. So now we have a power forward and two two-way forwards on the bottom line there. And look, we went from having 5 power forwards to 3. I feel like that really helps us out. We have a good center core. Like, our face-offs are going to be fantastic. 82 on the first line. Only 76 on the second line, really. Okay, I thought it was better than that. Actually, Max Domi has better face-offs than Charlie Coyle. That could be something that's pretty interesting to look at. Cizikas is 81 and 87 here for the fourth line. So we can put Luke Glendening in situations where we need to win some face-offs too. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. Goaltenders, everyone's good. Ramo actually grew back to an 81. So yeah, it was just his morale of having guys bitch in the locker room all day. So that's pretty cool. We're looking pretty good there. They have Matthias scratched, which is fine. I like that. That is okay. Okay, yep, I like that. All right, so our team looks a lot better than it already was. You can tell we are now 92 offense, 92 defense, and what was it, 89 goaltending? Yes, so that's really good for us. I was going to change Glendenny to a center and Brodziak to a right wing. So we're going to do that real quick. Here's Kyle Brodziak. I'm going to select you. I usually only do this. Well, it's actually beneficial to do this, to change their actual position, because... Yeah, we're not changing his player type. I don't want to do that. It's kind of cheating. But changing his position is good because that way they don't lose morale for playing in a position that they're not assigned to. So if I assign them to a different position than what they usually play, I like doing this. That way it doesn't really screw with their overall. I'm combining morale and overall. But yeah, it doesn't screw with their overall or the morale. So that just helps out our team in general. And Luke Glendening will be a center for us because his faceoffs are too good to not be a center. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. So that is the new team. I'm not sure how long I've been going here because I was trying to make that trade forever. So I guess we're just going to find out. We're going to get some simming done real quick, though. Just so this isn't a complete loss of a video. Locker room chemistry is still really good. All right, that makes me really happy. Okay, so we actually tried to sign a backup goaltender, if I remember correctly. So let's go ahead and sim to next preseason game, see if we can get that backup goaltender in here for the AHL. He does accept. Fantastic. We're going to stop the simulation right here. And we're going to go to the AHL. Oops. We're going to edit some lines. We're going to throw him in there. All right. Come on now. Okay, we're going to go to goaltenders. And you are going to be replaced with Brasson. Substitute. Can we just trade this man? I might trade him for like a 5th overall pick, if I can. Well, here, let's just check out who all is scratch. We have a lot of scratch players. Okay. We have a 7th defenseman. Juleson scratched. No. Yeah, we have a lot of people. We could actually trade for some picks, or maybe for like another piece if we need it. Yeah, Juleson, you're not... Buddy, you can't be scratched. Sorry, friend. Who here is getting scratched? This Graves guy. Ooh, you still have potential, though. Oh, I gotta redo all of this. Posma's a right-handed shot. Right-handed, left, right. Okay, so we need to get rid of a right-handed player. I'm thinking this guy. Yeah, so you're just going to be replaced by Noah Juleson. Okay, looks good. Then we're going to scratch that guy who was at Graves. Looks like it. Okay. Scratch that player. Oh, nope. I lied. Okay, so who... I goofed. Who's going here? Who's going here that isn't on the line? This Ragnar guy? Oh, that's fine. Okay, yep, everything's fine. Alright, so Graves is gone, I guess. That's okay. So we're just going to go ahead and clear those guys out. Line errors, too. Why are there line errors? Extras? 4-on-4 and 3-on-3. Who is this? Okay, so this is going to be Juleson. Hello. Oh, what'd I do? Alright guys, I'm just going to pause it here. I'm going to jump back when I'm done because this is kind of annoying. I hate this. Okay. Right there. Alright. Alright guys, I'm back. I just had to make some line changes there to make sure that we were giving all of our rookies like Svechnikov, Dalcol, and Juleson some proper playing time so they can grow for us. We might make a few more trades here just to get rid of some guys who are scratched in the AHL, who aren't going to play at all, just so I can get some other assets for them. I don't know if I want to bother going through with it though, to be completely honest. So let's go ahead and just see here. Can I go through rookie skaters? Okay, cool. I'm gonna sort by position because I know there's a lot of D guys that weren't doing anything. Yeah, I think Graves was one of those guys that we weren't using. I think both of these guys were there that we were just not bothering. And Berglund. Because Juleson's playing, he's in the CHL. Silov's playing, and these guys aren't really doing much of anything. Yeah, so we can probably trade these guys for a pick. I think this should be good. We're just going to find a team that wants the majority of them. No one wants Graves. Nobody wants Graves. That's hilarious. So, okay, who has the player spots? You have the player spots, and you're hopeful, which means you might not make the playoffs. Let's see if we can get a pick. Are you interested in trading your picks? Yes, you're interested in trading all of your picks. Let's see if we get a second. Ooh, let's see if we can get a first. I doubt it. Ooh, that's going to be close. Okay. Let's see if we get a second. I'll just take a second round pick for all these guys that we are literally not going to use. It's way on our side. Okay, I'm going to try second and a third. I'm getting greedy, I know. I'm going to try second and a third. Trade rejected. Okay. First. Really? Alright, sorry for that little break there. My capture just stopped going. So now we're back. We're capturing again. Okay, so it makes sense. They don't want to deal with all that. So I'm going to take them away. See if they're fine with that. No, they want Urson. Here, you know what? Instead of... I might just cheap this. Okay, so they want Urson. Let's try for a fourth. We could definitely get a fourth. Can we get a third for Urson? No way, right? Ooh, it's gonna be close. No, rejected. Okay, so let's try a fourth and a fifth. I'd love that. Fantastic. Beautiful. I'll take that. So let's go ahead and try and get rid of, okay, rookie skaters. Let's go ahead and try and get rid of some other guys here. Yeah, sort by defense. They don't want any more guys. They want these guys for some reason. Still. Can I cheat them? Let's find out. Do you guys still want these players? Do you still want these players? Will you give me your third? This might actually work. Okay, well, okay, I found a way to cheap the computers there. You give them... Okay, so I had four... Okay. I had four defensive players I wasn't going to use. I took one of them away. They still said, oh, we don't want these three because they fill the same role. So what you do is you break it into multiple different trades. So I got a third, a fourth, and a fifth from Tampa for three players that they didn't want unless I broke the trade up. That's beautiful. I'll take that all day. The only way this could get any better is if I give them their third, fourth, and fifth back for a second. Will they do it? Let's find out. Okay, so Tampa's third. I'm going to give them my third, my fourth, and my second. Because realistically, I should finish higher than them. And let's see if they'll give me or my third, fourth, and fifth for their second. I was going to say, that's ridiculous. They wouldn't do that. Okay. So, I feel pretty good about that. We got rid of some players. We got some picks we can flip later for other players if we need it. I'm going to stop worrying about trading and signing free agents now. Okay, so we're down to 69 locker room chemistry. That's fine. Just from trading so much, I'm supposing. We're going to sim to our next game here. Wouldn't trade away players so quickly after being added. Who did I add? Okay, that's fine. We're going to do our scouting assignment. I don't know who I added. I think it's just because those are the guys I drafted, right? Is that what it was? I don't know. We're going to scout the W. Forwards for 6 weeks. So that's why locker room chemistry's down. I think it's just from trading too much, basically. So you don't have to worry about that for the rest of the video here. We're just going to get some simming done. This might end up being a really long one. I know I took a really long time looking for that trade earlier, so I'm not really sure where we are in this so far. So we're just going to simulate the very first day in the regular season here. See how we do in the preseason. Hopefully we get our locker room chemistry up a little bit. If we can win a couple of games, that'd be great. Thank you. Going up against Tampa Bay, using all those defensemen we just traded them. We beat them. Beautiful. Buffalo, we beat them. Okay, so we figured out how to win some games. That's great. I know this is the preseason. Doesn't really matter too much, but it's always a good sign to see you figure out how to put together some kind of win streak there. Team's supposed to be compliant. We are. We're actually below the salary cap by a little bit. Waivers, that's fine. Okay, so we finished 4-2-1 in the regular season. We gained morale. Yeah, this draft class is looking weaker than normal because it's a weak draft class. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We're back up to 70. Locker room chemistry, that's fantastic. We're looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and slow sim the very first game of the season here. And we're going to sim the first 2 months. We're going to see where we're at, which players are where. And then they have Pavel Datsyuk. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and end the video there. So next 2 months is where we're going to end it. First period here, 2-1 them. Sean Prince, actually, I keep calling him Sean Prince. Shane Prince, our newly added player, comes in with our only goal of the period. Cam Fowler there, and Klimchuk, what the hell, gets the goal for Ottawa. Second period, big second period, beautiful. Domi, Oshie, Duchesne, and Maroon, all the older guys woke up and said, no, this is not happening. We are up 5-2, and I think it's pretty safe to say we win this game. Yeah, Corey Perry there puts in a goal for them. They have a lot of big names there in Ottawa. Actually, a lot of Ducks. Fowler, Perry. We have John Gibson, though, so I guess, it's fair that the Ducks are the ones scoring on Gibson. They know him. So we're up 5-3 in this game. Easy win for us. 40 shots on goal. Beautiful. I want to see more games like that. I really, really want to see more games like that. Cody Ceci's loving his ice time. That's fantastic. I like to see that, too. All right, so sim the next game here against LA. We're actually just going to jump into the calendar and go down to the end of November here and slow sim the game against Philadelphia. And then we're going to see where we are and if any adjustments need to be made. We've gained locker room chemistry. That's good. I like seeing that. Let's see if we can keep this going. O'Reilly's hurt. It's the AHL, so I'm going to have assistant coach replace the player. Cody Ceci still loving his ice time. 5-1 victory there. Gaining locker room chemistry. 4-0 victory there. Oh, I love it. I love it. I don't want to do best lines in the AHL because then they'll throw Juleson and scratch him and all other kinds of things. So we're just going to go ahead and edit the lines manually. We'll just bring him in. He was just right here. Obviously right here. Okay. Oh, see, they did this again. I don't like that. So is this guy. We're going to address you. Okay. And 65 overall. You're scratched, buddy. You are scratched. Did they screw up my power play again? No, they're good. Okay. Something happened. They just... Oh, Posma's up to an 80. He's loving his time here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Juleston. Okay. There we go. Perfect. We're on a 3-game win streak here to start the season. And we lose in overtime. That's fine, though, because we have 4-game point streak there. Gibson could get the win against his old team. Coming up against Pittsburgh here, I don't think they were very good last year. They look like they're pretty good this year, though. We lose again in overtime, so we're yet to have a regulation loss, which is good, but we need to get some wins. There we go, against the Predators. Big win there. Up against Montreal, can we keep this going? 6-game point streak, 7-game point streak, and then we finally get our first loss in regulation. Of course, it was against the Chicago Blackhawks, and we lose to the Preds, that Central Division coming and biting us in the ass there. Can we beat Boston? We do beat Boston. Vladimir Tarasenko looked like he was day-to-day, but he just hopped right back in the game, said, I'm good, coach, let me in. Tampa Bay there, we beat them. Of course, they have all of our crappy defensemen we weren't going to use. We're 7-2-2 here. That's a great record to start the season. And we're going to go ahead and edit our scouting assignment here. We're going to jump into the OHL for forwards for 6 weeks. Up against Buffalo. John Gibson's hurt with a sprained ankle. Oh, you're kidding me. November 17th. So, oh, he'll be back in like a week. About a week and a half. That's not too bad. I mean, that kind of sucks. If hopefully we can win at least half of these games that he's gone. It says I need to call up. Okay, yeah. So that's good, I guess. It's good that we got that backup goaltender because now he's going to be starting in the AHL. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Really? All skaters. He's not a skater. He's a goaltender. No, buddy. Here you go. Did we trade the other one? No. Did we trade the other one? We might have. We're going to go ahead and edit our lines here. I saw those scratch players were losing morale because they were being scratched, so that just kind of sucks to be them, I guess, because they're just going to sit there and be scratched. Yeah, so we're throwing some Wedgwood here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll let them do their thing for a little bit. Back to edit lines. We got to fix this here too. Goaltenders. We got to bring this this man back into the fold. All right, I'm so happy we signed Brissot though, because I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm happy we signed him though because he would make a very good AHL starter. So that's fine for us. I think as soon as Gibson's good to go, we're gonna throw him in, but keep him as the backup goaltender. Yeah, we lose there. I'm not surprised. We lose in Tampa. Oh, I need to win at least 2 of these games, guys. Come on. Come on. Give me at least 2 of these. Thank you. 1. Beautiful. Let's get to 10 wins here. Gibson is available. I have to edit the lines manually here. I don't want him to get hurt again. So what I'm going to do is go to goaltenders. And I'm just going to scratch Wedgwood for now. And I'm put in Gibson. Okay. And we keep Ramos starting. I think I scratch Wedgwood. Oh, my battery's low, guys. Do we get the victory? We do. Beautiful. Zizekas is hurt. What's going on? Gibson's fine now. Okay, so we can fix that. Casey Zizekas is hurt. This is, like I said when I first started this, we keep it down at like 10 out of 100, and we're still getting players hurt all the time. They're out for like a week or more at a time. So, not very fun. I'm just glad we have these guys that are scratched that can do something for us, and none of them are centers. That's probably bad news for us. Who's scratched here? Burrows and Matthias. We're looking at 75 face-offs, 70 face-offs. Let's go Sean Matthias. Substitute in all lines. Goalies, Gibson's back to normal. Options. We're going to have to go to roster moves. I'm sending Wedgwood back down because now that Gibson's fine, we can do that. Oh, is he already back down? Where's Wedgwood? Where's Wedgwood? What happened? What? What happened to Wedgwood? Was he just like lost in the Matrix? What the hell is going on? It says we have 3 goaltenders. Where the hell is Scott Wedgwood? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. Brissot. Okay. So, he's up to a 77, though. That's pretty good. Wedge was up down to 78. He lost morale. We're confirming that. I'm an idiot. I'm over here like, where is our goaltenders? I had to scoot over to goaltenders because I'm stupid. Okay. So that's good. We're going to go back to the AHL here. This takes so much time. I hate this so much. I might just, like, turn injuries down because this is annoying. This is really, really annoying. Sub you. Thank you for standing in, Brassault. Okay, so we're going to finish out this month, and then I'm going to turn injuries down to like an 8 because screw this. It's just the most annoying thing in the world. And for entertainment purposes, for you guys, like I feel like this is kind of annoying too. So we're 9-5-2. We're winning games now. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Gaining locker room chemistry. I like it. I like it. Winning more games. Okay. Casey Zizekas is available to play. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to continue for about 3 more days. That way we don't have him fully injured all the way. Hopefully he doesn't lose locker room chemistry or like lose. Okay, so that should be good right here. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't lose morale for being sat for a few days. Can we like stop doing this? Okay, so we got shut out against the Panthers. That's kind of ridiculous. But he's gained morale from being healed from an injury. That's fine. We're going to stop right here. We have 1 more week. 74% locker room chemistry. That's good if we went up. So we have 1 more week until the end of this month here. And as you can see, we are third. Oh, yeah, we're third in our division. Only 3 points behind second and first. So that's pretty good for us. Edit lines. We're going to put Matthias back in the scratched. He's back up to an 83, though. Sucks to be you, friend. Okay, so we're going to put in Zizekas here. Casey Zizekas is at an 84 overall. Yeah, sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Okay, so that's fine. We're gonna have to scratch him. He was a left wing. Where are you, Matthias? Yes. Okay. Is Zizekas still like penalty kill, all that? Okay, yeah, good. Okay, so we're good. Beautiful. All right. We're looking good. We have 1 more week. We're going to sim that week. I'm going to turn injuries down. Then we're going to see where we are. So after 20 games, you can see we're actually doing pretty good. We have a decent record to start this first quarter of the season, 11-7-2. I would like to be able to finish... I'd like to be able to win these last 3 games of this month to put us at 14-7-2. Let's see if we can actually do that. Lost locker room chemistry. No, we lost in overtime. So there's still a point, though. I'm just hoping to catch one of these 2 teams and jump a position within the next few games here. So that's good. All right. So these guys are actually playing horrible. The Philadelphia Flyers are 9-13-2. Not having a good season. We're 12-7-3. We're looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and slow sim this game. Let's go to goals. All right, so let's see if we can actually pick up a victory here. First period, 0-0 really. 13-9 are the shots in favor of Philadelphia. Let's get something going, guys. Second period, and John Tavares is the only goal scorer for the actually the entire game. We need to come out with a victory here. We're not getting enough pucks on the net, first of all. It's 27-17 are the shots in favor of Philadelphia. Let's see if we can get something going here. Times 8 simulation, and they score right off the bat again. Tavares, I'm not a fan of that. We have a power play, can't do anything with it. We have a very potent power play, probably one of the best in the league, but we just can't score with it, apparently. They're consistently like 10 shots ahead of us at any given time. We need to do something. Let's not get shut out by the Flyers, guys. They're doing horrible this season. Can we get 1 goal? 1 goal, and we get shut out by the Flyers. That's kind of upsetting. That's actually really upsetting. So, what, Tavares, Luongo is their goaltender, and then Gibson for us. Okay. All right. Well, what are you going to do? We only got 25 pucks on net. Like, that's not a lot. We need to put a lot more on net. I liked it much better when we were putting in, we were throwing 40 at the goaltender. That was really fun. So, we're at 74 locker room chemistry. Still in third. We're only 2 points behind now, instead of, what was it, 5 before? Something like that. So we're only 2 points behind first, 2 points behind second. So it's really, really tight race here. Fourth place is only 3 behind us. So it's really anyone's division at this point. let's go ahead and check out our stats. We're 23 games into the season. Who's our leading point scorer? No surprise there. Vladimir Tarasenko, the best player on the team. Over a point per game with 26 points. 13 goals, 13 assists. Matt Duchene here, almost a point per game. Pretty much a point per game. 22 points in 23 games there. 7 goals, 15 assists. TJ Oshie there on the third, or not the third line, oh my goodness. On the second line, almost a point per game as well. 19 points, 4 goals, 15 assists. Chris Kreider here. See, this is what I was talking about. The left winger on the first line, oh, excuse me, just does not do as well as the other two players on the first line. I don't know if that's because he's listed as a second line forward, and he's only 86 overall, but he's just not putting up the points like these two guys are. But he doesn't seem to be holding them back any, so I feel like that's okay to keep him there. So yeah, he's got 16 points, 6 goals, 10 assists. Shane Prince here on the third line with 15 points. I'm loving that. Marchessault, 15 points in 23 games. Casey Zizekas, 13 points in 19 games, 2 goals, 11 assists. This third line's absolutely killing it. I knew they would. I'm so happy I was able to pick them up. They're doing fantastic. Max Domi there on the second line, 12 points in 23 games. Maybe we could throw him up to the first line and see what happens there. Or maybe we could put Oshie up on the first line. Just because they don't seem to be really producing much for us. Charlie Coyle here, only 8 points in 23 games. That's not good whatsoever. That might be something to look into trading. We could trade Charlie Coyle for someone who's actually going to do something for us on the second line. Maybe like a center playmaker, like a Matt Duchene, but maybe a couple of overall less, because we have the second line sniper with Max Domi, and then we have the two-way forward with TJ Oshie. We just need some kind of playmaker there to really help out our second line, I think. I think that might be the problem. There's no one that can really pass the puck other than Oshie, who already has 15 assists, you know what I mean? So, yeah, his passing's at 88. That's fantastic. Max Domi's passing is at 87. All right. What are we looking at with Charlie Coyle? 85? Okay, so he's a very average player, it looks like. Yeah, I don't know. We could probably upgrade from Charlie Coyle, in all honesty. That's something we could look at the trade deadline if this is still a problem. I feel like that'd be something worth looking at in the trade deadline. So, fourth line, Patrick Maroon here, 8 points. They're just kind of there. We only have a couple of minus players. Kyle Brodziak, who plays on the PK, and Carl Osner, who also plays on the PK. Look like there are only minus players, so that's absolutely fine. We're looking good. We're looking good. Let's check out our goaltenders here. Gibson is 10-5. He was, of course, injured for a little bit. 2.28 goals against average. That's really good. .921 save percentage. So Gibson's playing like an 88 overall. He and Ramo both have 1 shutout. He has an assist as well. Good for you. Yeah, so John Gibson's playing great. We need him to keep playing like this and stay healthy. Please, for the love of God, stay healthy. As long as that happens, I think we're going to be absolutely fine. He keeps playing like this, basically. He'll be at a 90 overall come the playoffs. I'm calling it right now. All right, so we're looking good, a lot better than last year. I think those trades in the beginning really, really helped us out. I feel like this is actually running pretty long at this point, so I apologize for that. We're going to go ahead and end the video right here. We'll pick it up next time. We're going to sim the rest of the regular season and see how far we can make it into the playoffs, because I think at this point it's safe to say we're probably going to end up being a playoff team unless there's an absolute collapse. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check in next time as we can finish our second year with the Detroit Red Wings. Hopefully we do a lot better than last year. I think we should. My name's Shoquafina. I'll catch you then.